3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. The Austrian Grand Prix is go. And a fairly handy start by Akos, but a little bit of carnage in the midfield. 3 and 4 abreast as they struggle through the mist and rain. Looks like we all get through there relatively unscathed, but Akos has the run. It's going to try and go around the outside of turn 3 on Danny. Going to be a tough move around there. Also got to move for 3rd place as well between the two Williams as well. Akos continuing his move around the outside. Going to try and, again, go around the outside at turn 4. It's going to be a tough move there. Danny gives him the space. And he holds on. Akos holds on around the outside. Fantastic move. A little bit of carnage though in the back though. One of the cars going off is Kuzhizny in the AlphaTauri. And now he's looking to make his way back by the Mercedes, but losing out there. And Cabeza on the medium tyres. He's struggled mightily off the start here. He's got the medium tyres on. Pit crew for Williams are ready for him. It did stop raining prior to the start of the race. It looks like it's still too wet. Also got, I think that's an AlphaTauri in behind him as well. But that one completed. No major incidents. We've got a replay here of Jeff. Fantastic start past one car, past his teammate. Oh, he's grazed the back of the McLaren there. And around the outside goes his teammate. Doing a good job, it has to be said, Cabeza, to hold on to the car on medium tyres in these conditions. But his teammate, though, on the much preferred, much better wet tyres. Up the inside here at turn 3. And he gets the job done on his teammate. And Cabeza having to run wide there and almost dropping it. And hitting the McLaren, and then the AlphaTauri having to go around the outside, splitting him, and he's been just absolutely freight trained at the moment. He's got the Alfa Romeo on his inside, so that's what happened to Kuzhizny. He just ran off the road, and then those medium tyres is no good. Too wet and too cold. So Akos leads, Danny second, then we have Jeff, the McLaren Alfa Romeo. Sakatsa now. Cabeza working his way by Kuzhizny after they both pitted at the end of the first lap. Bit of work for those guys to do as Danny now up the inside. Akos has made a mistake at turn 3, but he'll hold on for the meantime. Danny looking left, looking right. Not quite close enough though to make the move. He's going to bide his time. He does look the faster of the two at this early stage. And this guy's building a gap now over Jeff in 3rd. So Peter in 4th place. And we've got Balint now in the Alpine. Both their drivers absent for this round. Having a look at the Mercedes, a little bit of a lock up. And there we go, gets the job done. So forcing a mistake, upper position. And here we have Danny trying around the outside. This is what Akos did on the first lap. Didn't work. Oh, shades of Rosberg and Hamilton. 2016 there. And he forced a little bit wide off the circuit. Akos will hold on for now. Danny going to have to wait for another chance. And this battling allowing Jeff to close in the gap. Gap now 2.8 seconds. We have Kavanagh having a look up the inside of the AlphaTauri. And AlphaTauri very generous, but he'll get the better drive. And he'll hold on to that final points playing position. A lot of action already here. And Cabeza now also closing in on these two as well. And very, very deep under brakes. All 3 different lines for these drivers. Big slide on the exit for both Cabeza and Kavanagh. Cabeza having a look left and right. And now settling on the inside. Does he pull up? He's much deeper under brakes on Kavanagh. And he is now up into 11th place and only 1 spot off a points paying position. Oh, and that's wide there. And he's got the job done. on the AlphaTauri and into the points immediately. So gets by Kavanagh. And now the AlphaTauri are now Kavanagh having a look. And he gets the job done. So 2 spots in half a lap down for Norbert, but still plenty of racing to go for him to get back into the points. Oh, he's outbroke himself there, and that's contact. Major damage. Has got a massive checkup here at the hairpin. And the Red Bulls just lost it in front of Ballant, and they've locked wheels. Interlocking wheels. But no major damage by the looks. They're able to keep going. And Sepeda having a look at Jeff now. So Jeff's fallen off the back of the leaders and forming a bit of a train behind him here. Sepeda looking to go. He's going to have a look up the inside. Thought about the outside for a moment. And Jeff trying to hold on. Sepeda, though, has the speed. He's got the drive, gets the position done, and he is now in a podium place for McLaren. That said, though, Jeff not giving up, and may have been slight contact there, and he's going to lose 2 positions now. And Esperanza Aguirre now up into 4th place now. And here we are, lap 9. Danny once again having a look at the outside at turn 3. Akos giving just the space of a car. He holds on for now, but Danny is much, much closer here at turn 5. And again, going to try the outsides on the painted curbing, which is always dangerous. Tried for the switchback, a little bit of contact, but gets the job done though. Danny into the lead, championship leader, looking to rack up another win here, and he's got the lead here after 9 laps, but Akos is not going to give it up. As we look back, 6.5 seconds to the McLaren, Alfa Romeo and Williams. So right on board. Lowenthal is locked up there at turn 5, and he's off in the kitty litter. No damage, but lost time and position there to the Williams. We've got Kujusny now on the back of his teammate. He's got the inters on, so he's made the call to come in and try the inters. And he's got himself at least 1 position here, but still a ways off the lead. Akos now into the pits. The question is what tyre? Oh, he's almost lost it on the way in there. He's awfully slow, the pit lane here at the Red Bull Ring. What tyres does Akos put on? And a number of drivers coming into the pits. As they've got Haas and Mercedes battling it out here. Oh, he's gone for the switchback. Gets the job done there. You don't see too many moves there in the penultimate corner here, but Kovacic has done it on Lomph. Impressive move there. As look at this slow-mo. Akos holding on for dear life. Big Tokyo drift style. Once again, the Alfa Romeo coming out of the hairpin, almost dropping it, doing just enough to hold on to it there. And Snoopy All's all over the back of the Haas of Kovacic. Kovacic making that mistake. And the Red Bull driver, well, a little bit of contact there. Should get the job done. Has the inside for the hairpin. Does he get the drive off the corner? Looks like he does, and he immediately goes defensive. As he cuts to Ballant now, looking to make a move on Kashizny around the outside of the hairpin, much later on the brakes. Does he get the drive? Ballant on the wet tyres, Kashizny on the inters. Looks like those wets a little bit better, it seems, at the moment, at least with those 2 drives now. Lomph. Norwell all duking it out here. And Kashizny, he's going to get 2 for 1 here. They both ran wide in front of him, and Lomph gets the job done and then runs wide on the exit as well. So he's going to come under a little bit of threat there, but nice 2 for 1. As we've got the Alfa Romeo almost running into the back of the McLaren. A late decision to come into the pits. The McLaren in front of him electing to pit. And lucky not to be a major incident there, so they both live to fight another day. So we've got the AlphaTauri well off the circuit down there. And here we go. We've got Aguirre off here, or Aguirre in the pits. Again, what tyres is he putting on? Staying on the wets. Oh, it's a long stop here. It's pulling away, so maybe a little bit of damage or just a little mistake at the pit stop. Kashizny, there we go, is struggling now on those inters, so not quite able to make them work. As the track is getting wetter, it's starting to rain by the look of it. And Sepeda now right behind. Oh, he's have to split between two cars there. He's managed to somehow not run into either of them. And almost getting by Kovacic. No, he will get by Kovacic. He's ran wide. So I don't know how there wasn't an incident there, but managed to splitting between the two as Danny now into the pits. Very slow on pit entry. But he does have a 9-second, almost 10-second lead. So Akos has been putting in some quick laps. And he should find himself in the lead. So for him, the inters are working. And the AlphaTauri drivers, it doesn't look like it is at the moment. So we cut to a slow-mo of the Red Bull here. Snoopy Oars almost throwing it into the wall. He's going to just catch the grass, though. That's a number of drivers losing it in the traction zone out of the hairpin. Let's see the Haas using all the curb and a little bit extra. You got Ballant on pit exit here. As the Mercedes of Lompron's a little bit wide. He's immediately going to have the tow. He's got the inters on here. He'll want to get by Lomp. He does seem to be the fastest driver at the moment. Does he get the drive? Yes, he does. So those inters for him look to be working already. Let's cut to Snoopy. Sepeda, Kovacic, Cabeza. As the Haas coming into the pit lane, as we see now Akos comfortably out in front, 8.8 seconds clear of Johnny's kept the wets on. Now we cut to the battle between the Williams and the Red Bull here. Jeff and Snoopy, and Snoopy's dropped it almost into the wall at the exit. We did see him with that slow-mo earlier on there, as Aguirre now looking to make his way up after his pit stop. So him and Cabeza side by side, and gets the job done around the outside at the hairpin. So Aguirre with the speed there. We've got Snoopy. Oh, he's caught that anti-cut sleeping policeman curb at turn 1 and got a little bit sideways. You don't want to be hitting that in wet conditions. So you look back from Snoopy towards Sepeda, and big dive up the inside is the preferred line, and then just parks it in the middle of the road. Sepeda doing a good job of getting the job done and making sure he kept it finished. Here we have Danny now. He's closed the gap on Akos, and Akos into the pit lane. So the change of tyres has not worked out, as Danny is able to hold the lead for long, but obviously those wet tyres, the better tyre. And Danny now going to be comfortably in the lead. And Akos should probably come out in second. As Kashizny running wide again there. He's ran wide a couple times down there now at turn 1, and he's dropped it, trying to rejoin the circuit on the painted asphalt and on those intermediate tyres. Akos stayed on the inters. Now he finds himself behind Sepeda and Jeff here. Normally much faster, but that extra pit stop got a lot of time to make up in a short amount of time here. Gets by one, trying to get by Sepeda around the outside. Gets the job done. Looks like he's got so much more pace at the moment. He's going to try to go for Jeff straight away. Jeff making it known he's not going to make it easy, but then he outbrakes himself and eventually makes it easy for Akos here. But Jeff's got a fair job to do. He's got Sepeda and Snoopy right behind him. But Akos, he's setting his sights further afield. And Sepeda now having a look up the inside at turn 1 of Jeff. No, not quite going to get it done. Is going to force the mistake though. Will be a much easier overtake. And that's also going to bring Snoopy into play as well. Jeff's going to force him to the outside for turn 3. And Snoopy having to just lift out of it a little bit. This is bringing Aguirre into play as well. So this is going to be a 4-car train. So you see Kovacic right behind Cabeza. And now he's going to try and set up a move around the outside at turn 5. And he gets the job done. Cabeza just backing out of it a little bit, but then he's coming a little bit too hot. It has Kovacic. And Snoopy and Jeff again battling it out. And Snoopy coming into the pit, so he's gambling on putting possibly a set of intermediate tyres on here. But he's got to make up a lot of time in 12 laps, so he's going to have to be a good 2 seconds a lap faster to make that time up. So now we've got Aguirre and Jeff, 4th and 5th here. And got Akos here pushing hard. Oh, I don't know. I think he's just took too much curb there. The Inters aren't able to take as much water as the wet tyres. Got on the painted ripple strips. Yeah. And it's just dropped it, or maybe a hardware issue. He was turning right there instead of counter steering as you'd expect. So that opens the possibilities for a number of these drivers to get their first podiums here. Aguirre having a look up the inside of Jeff. And he's now got himself into 3rd place now. Great result for Alfa Romeo if he can pull it off. And Snoopy, no, he didn't put Inters on. He's still got the wets on. And not working for him there, though, having to do some cross-country driving. Ballant not far behind him, too. But Jeff's pulled into the pits. 10 laps to go. Still kept the wet tyres on. Just ahead of his teammate now. But perhaps a few others. Their tyres starting to wear out, and he's looking to get an undercut on. But this is now the battle for 2nd. Alfa Romeo has closed up the gap to the McLaren. Aguirre staying out, the McLaren coming in. So Sepeda coming in. What tyres does he put on is the question. As we got Lompf and Kosciuszny now battling it out for 9th and 10th. And Lompf much deeper under braking to Kosciuszny, and a little bit too deep because he's ran straight into the back of the AlphaTauri. And they're going to go side by side into 6th, and Kosciuszny decides better just to lift out of it. And Kovacic now right behind the Aston Martin, who looked like he was trying to get out of the way, and Kovacic just followed him, ran into the back of him. He's got some damage here. He's struggling to get back to the pits. So a disaster for the Haas driver. And that's going to drop him down at least 1 position, maybe even 2 behind Lompf as well. There's Jeff, a big send on. Step it up. They've interlocked wheels, but they've not spun amazingly. This is a battle for a potential podium place here between the Williams and the McLaren. Again, having a look at decides better of it. Sepeda on the intermediate tyres, Jeff on the wet. Got Lompf now into the pit lane. So we cut now to Kovacic, and he'll jump Lompf here in the pits fully. It's going to be tight here on the exits, pushing hard. And here we go, Sepeda now on his intermediate tyres. He's caught Snoopy, who put the wets on much earlier. Snoopy not going defensive at turn 3, which is surprising. A little bit, well, double lock up there, but he's able to pull it up for Zepeda, and he's got the job done. Snoopy drops it on the exit, and there goes... I think Jeff has got by him as well there. As we've got Kavanagh and Norwat battling once again, an 11th and 12th. So Norwat struggling a bit there on his intermediate tyres. Kavanagh deep as well, and then Norwat comes back and then runs off the road himself. So comedy of errors for these two, but no damage between the two. And once again, Danny comfortably taking victory here in Austria. 32 seconds adrift of the next competitor after Akos ran into the wall. His main man putting him under pressure. So comfortable victory once again for Danny, our championship leader. Aguirre will come home in second place for Alfa Romeo, his best result of the season and his first podium as well here in Liga Virtual. Zepeda will finish third as well, another first-time driver on the podium here in Liga Virtual. So great effort from those two drivers who had some spirited battles throughout and able to claim their first podiums. Jeff will finish in 4th place with Snoopy in P5. Cabeza Speed recovering to P6 after starting on what could only be described as the wrong tyre, on the medium tyre, so still good points for Williams. Bellin claiming some points for Alpine in P7 with Kovacic in P8.